it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft. Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got another process video that is my take on a Shimelle live from this month. That is my personal challenge this month, to do all of the Shimelle lives. And so she does 2 of them every week on a Monday and a Friday. And so I've been trying to do 2 process videos a week. So this is mine from Mondays. Yes, from Mondays. And I hope that you enjoy it. So it's another 2 photo layout. I feel like she does a lot of 2 photo layouts. I actually have something put together, a kit for a 1 photo, and I'm hoping that she does a single photo layout this month. If not, I might change the rules up a little bit and just kind of search back through some of her older lives and see if I can find one that might work, so that I could get that one. I can get that photo scrapbooked for this month. But what I'm doing here is actually 2 photos of my daughter playing basketball at Sky Zone. I actually have 2 other photos that are more of just her jumping on the trampolines there and playing in the ball pit. And I was going to keep all 4 of them together, but you know, I needed 2 photos. And so these were both the basketball area of Sky Zone. And I said, well, I'll just put these 2 together, and then I'll do the other 2 together. And that other one will be more of the intro page to this event. I'll do more of the journaling on that one than I'm going to do on this one. So Shimelle started off with several cut-aparts. I didn't really have a whole lot of cut-aparts. Some of those are actually, yes, things that I cut apart from a cut-apart sheet, and some of them are actually just embellishments from I want to say it, not Vicky Buden. I think it was from a Simple Stories collection, an ephemera pack from Simple Stories. I matted the 2 photos, which I did keep as 4x6. I matted them on some scrap paper. It's a little bit bluish, but it fit with some of the colors that were in. I'll just call them all cut-aparts down there at the bottom. Shimelle had 4. I'm actually going to end up using 5, just because I think maybe my photos are bigger than what she was using, and I needed them to go, or maybe, you know, the cut-aparts, my cut-aparts were smaller than hers, because obviously I'm not using the same pieces, but I wanted them to go all the way across the photo instead of stopping before the photo stopped. And so I am going to add another little piece in there before I finish this up. You'll get to it. This is actually a pretty short process, which I think is what was helpful is that I watched Shimelle's live and saw what she completed, and I made a sketch. And before I started filming, I went through and made sure that I had the right elements that I wanted to use, and that was very helpful just to kind of prepare before sitting down. I added a little sticker up at the top with some hearts. I think Shimelle used like a scallop. I don't know if it was a sticker or if it was like a washi tape or just a piece of pattern paper, but I was going to use this sticker. It's a border sticker, and I just cut it down to size to stretch across my photos there along the top. The background is basil cardstock that I got from Joann. I think it's the color quartz. I got 2 of them, and I think I used one on another layout, so I had this one that was single. Shimelle used sort of a ledger paper as her background. I didn't really have anything that worked for that, or rather I did, but I'd already cut into it, so I didn't have a full piece of it, a full 12 by 12 piece. And so I just used a solid color cardstock because that's what worked for me. Now I'm just adding in a couple embellishments, mixing up a few things from a Shimelle sticker sheet from the Reasons to Smile collection. I don't know if I'm assuming that's a new one. I remember when Main Character Energy came out, but I've been not watching Shimelle's stuff for so long that I guess Reasons to Smile was the one that came after Main Character Energy. If anybody has insight into that, let me know. And then I'm also using some Vicky Buden Bold and Bright stickers. Again, both of these sticker packs were found at Joann. They were both on sale because the stores are closing. I have not been to mine in a couple weeks. The last time I went, they still had tons of scrapbook paper. They didn't have a whole lot of stickers, but they didn't really carry a whole lot of embellishments to begin with. And they did still have some D-ring albums. So I think beginning of next month, I'll pop in. As long as the store is still there, I'll pop in and see what's left. And maybe I can score some other good deals. Think positively, right? I know some people have said their stores are pretty sparse, but hopefully my store will still have a couple things in stock. All right, so sticking down a couple stickers. I should actually get this layout in front of me so that I can more easily talk you through what I'm doing here. I looked for some circular stickers because this is basketball and I wanted something that was circular like a basketball. So if I had thought about it in advance or been paying closer attention to these stickers, I ended up using 2 of the Shimelle stickers. That one was like a larger, it looks like a pie graph. One was a larger one and then there was a smaller one. Then there was actually an even smaller one and I didn't realize it. And instead I used like a little orange slice from the Vicky Booten sticker sheet. If I had been if I'd been paying attention, I would have just used the 3 different sizes of the one from the Shimelle sticker sheet, but that's okay. No big deal. I do like a nice mishmash of collections and things like that. So it's fine. We'll make it work. I also have a big camera sticker that says life captured. Again, trying to mimic the placement that Shimelle had with all of her things, especially when it comes to, which I'm going to do in a few minutes, the enamel dots. But the life captured photo or the life captured camera sticker with the flowers, part of that's going to get covered up by the title. And that title says captured this. You know, I have a whole lot of words already, especially with the all the cut aparts. So sometimes when I have things that already have a bunch of words on them, I will just use that as the title, and I could have just done that, but there's so many things and you don't know what the title is going to be. Is it best day ever? Is it you can change the world? Is it hello? So I decided I would just throw in something that's a little bit more title-ish, and these are just American Crafts words from an old sticker sheet. I had to use some Elmer's glue to help them stick down because they're definitely not adhesive anymore. But that's fine. I also popped up another little word piece that said one of a kind. And there's a little heart sticker, a little phrase sticker that says, is this for real? These photos, I should have put them the opposite way. So the first photo is after my daughter made the basket, and the first photo is her making the basket. So I should have reversed them, but again, wasn't paying much attention as I was making this layout. I think I was trying to get it done in time to get to my daughter at the bus stop, and so I was just trying to go more for speed and mimicking Shimelle than actually taking a lot of time and trying to figure everything out. So I do have some Simple Stories enamel dots. I know I had some pink paisley and I cannot find them on my desk, but that is just a testament to how messy my scrap desk is right now. I'm sure you can relate. So I'm just finding all of the enamel dots that I have, or I have 3 of the same color in 3 different sizes. And I will have to kind of fudge one that I'm going to do up at the top there. I had 2 of like the sort of sparkly light teal or aqua. What color would we say that is? And then I had one from a different sheet that was like a similar color but not glittery. So I just made it work, and who really cares? Shimelle did a lot more journaling on the left side of the photos, but she also had those ledger lines on the background paper of hers. I decided I was just going to keep my journaling very simple. As I said before, there are 2 other photos that go with these, and I'm going to use that layout as the layout where I do more of the journaling. And there's not really much else to say, like we spent an afternoon at Sky Zone. Like, I don't need a whole lot of room. Shimelle was doing a little bit more personal journaling with the photos that she was scrapping. And then I'm just doing some splatters in that speckled lemonade, sparkling lemonade, whatever it's called. It's squeezed lemonade. Yeah, I don't know why I can't get that one right. It's my favorite color, and I just love the way that it looks against, especially like a pink like this. It just looks so nice. So hopefully you see some of those splatters in these close-ups. Hopefully that you have been inspired by this video, and if you liked it, you give it a thumbs up, and then you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on other scrapbook process videos that I'm posting this month, as well as my entire April layout share that's coming at the beginning of May. Follow me on social media, and I'll see you next time. Bye!